Hi, welcome back to Talk of the Town. Deb and Daniel Cort, the dynamic duo of Cort Lifestyle Professionals, a WHHI-TV news partner, are back this month to explain why spring is considered the best time to list your home. Welcome.
Thank you, Sandy.
I always love having you both on the show. So, with all the events in Hilton Head and Bluffton each year, the Heritage obviously is the crown jewel. So what makes this event so special?
Well, for anybody that knows anything about Hilton Head, most of us think about the Heritage. It's pretty iconic. For one, it's spring. You know, it comes the week after the Masters, and most people say spring doesn't begin until the Masters starts. So when you think of spring, you think of outdoors, you think of blooming azaleas and pretty water and boats, and so it gets everybody in a really festive mood. It gets that serotonin going in the brain. But you know, some of the history behind the Heritage is, most people know, Charles Frazier designed Sea Pines back in '68 and '9,
Right.
and a lot of people don't know that that was the first true master plan community in the United States. Well, he partnered with none other than the King, Arnold Palmer, who we lost last year, unfortunately. But Arnold won the inaugural event in 1969, and you know, the icon was born.
Right.
And when people think of Hilton Head, because of the great CBS coverage that we get every year, you see that gorgeous candy-striped lighthouse sitting over Calabogie Sound, you know, they immediately identify that as Hilton Head. It's
Right.
the largest sporting event in South Carolina, and unlike, say, like the Olympics, you know, a city
Right.
will get that once a century, or a city will get a Super Bowl once every 3 decades. We get this event every single
Sure.
year to showcase our beautiful island and put our best foot forward. So,
Absolutely. And so the 2 months leading up to the Heritage are considered by experts to be the best time to list your home. Why is that the case?
well, it's you know, if you think of the obvious things, you've got thousands and thousands and thousands of people coming here.
Sure.
For the tournament, also for the weather.
And Easter.
And Easter,
Easter.
exactly right. James Wedgeworth, who does a lot of training for us. James is amazing. He does a lot of training for the Charter One agents, another great benefit of being in Charter One. But James did a training last week and said that history tells us that the people that come during the you know, like the 70 days leading up to Heritage, which is where we are,
Right.
they are typically 10% older and 10% wealthier.
Huh.
So you get a
Interesting
Demographic.
fact,
very
isn't it?
qualified demographic. He also makes a great anecdotal story. He said, if you're a hot dog vendor at a Tennessee football game, and you got 100,000 people every week, when do you think you're going to sell your most hot dogs? On Saturday or the Monday after the game? You know, he makes a good point though. So if
Get
you're
your hat in
looking
the ring.
to,
Yes.
if you're looking to sell your home, sell it when you've got the people there,
Right.
the interest, the numbers, and the demographics and the qualification.
Yeah, absolutely. All good points. So if someone wanted to take advantage of this unique selling season, what helpful tips would you offer?
Well, outside of the standard depersonalizing and decluttering, you know, the less is more kind of approach.
Sure.
You know, when you're listing your home, the main thing you want to consider is what is the price and what is the perceived value at that price. You have to look at the comps. We like to not only look at the comps in that specific neighborhood, but the comps in the surrounding neighborhoods, because the buyers in that particular price point are going to be looking at different
Sure.
homes, not necessarily just your house in that neighborhood. So who is your competition? Size it up. How do you size up against your competition? A really good exercise is to go through your home with the eye of a potential buyer. Go through and pretend with a critical eye, like see what stands out. We had a client that just did this, and they
Yep.
came up with a list of things that really jumped out at them.
Okay.
And we worked through that list to prioritize the things that they would need to address before listing their home. Things that would make the biggest difference. Touch-up paint, cleaning the carpets, replacing a mismatched blinds. Not something that's necessarily a big ticket item,
Right.
but things that'll make a bigger impact. Because
Exactly.
really, the first impression is the most important, and you want to make sure that you are leaving them with that great first impression. Stack it up against the competition, and you know, kind of go for the emotional side of
Yeah.
things.
Right.
It's such an emotionally driven purchase that you want to make sure you appeal to that emotional side and have the best success at selling your home.
And-
Sight, smells,
Absolutely.
The sounds, music, have
Put
music
some music
plays,
on
they
if you know
play.
you've got a showing. You know,
Right.
all
And it
those things
needs
make
to
a
look
difference.
good.
People need to feel warm as if it's their home.
Warm and fuzzy. And
Exactly
you
right.
guys are big social media people, and we will have all that information on the screen so people can follow you, your great ideas, and be part of your network.
And can I point out that it's February 21st and I'm wearing flip-flops?
You can.
Spring,
And
spring might have
now
come
on that,
early.
we're going to close.
Yeah.
Great having you both.
Thanks,
Sandy.
Sandy.
And we thank you so much for joining us on today's Talk of the Town.